Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a fun one and I think pretty nostalgic for a lot of you. The world of makeup is definitely a very saturated one and it feels like every week there are new makeup launches, new formulas to test out, new products that have gone viral that everybody's talking about. And a lot of the products that have been around for years tend to kind of get lost in the dust because they're not quite as new and exciting anymore. I actually thought of this idea because I was just in the middle of filming a completely separate video and I had applied a MAC lip gloss to my lips. And that was the first time that I applied a MAC lip gloss in I think a really long time. And as soon as I applied it, I was kind of taken aback because the formula was just so nice. The color was so good. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. And it just got me thinking. I was like, why don't I use my MAC lip glosses more? Because they're just so nice. And it's because there's just other formulas that are newer and more exciting. And those are the ones that I gravitate toward. And on the flip side, I just feel like it's really important to use the products that are in your collection that you've already purchased. And just because they're not new and exciting and like super trendy right now, doesn't mean they're not good. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't use them. So if you have any of these products in your collection, you also haven't touched them in a while, then I hope that this inspires you to pull them out. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy and let's get right into it. So starting off with number one, the MAC lip gloss. This is, like I said, the product that inspired this entire video. So the MAC lip gloss has been around for a really long time. And over the years, the ideal lip gloss formula has shifted and changed. And it's kind of gone away from what the MAC lip gloss is because the MAC lip gloss is sticky. And a lot of the lip glosses that have been released more recently definitely pride themselves on being not sticky. Like that is a selling point. Now I love a buttery, smooth, gel-like consistency in a lip gloss, but the problem with that formula is they really just do not last on the lips. There's no tackiness for it to stay on the lips, and so they kind of just slip off and you have to reapply them quite frequently. But then you got the MAC lip gloss and you get beautiful pigment, beautiful shine, you get that stickiness, but you also get some longevity. I've been talking with this for over an hour and I literally just ate lunch and this is the result. It's still on my lips and that's pretty amazing. This color Spite is beautiful. It's like the perfect nude. I'm actually just gonna reapply it a little bit so you guys can get the full effect. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. I'm telling you guys, take out your MAC lip glasses and have some fun with them. I feel like so many MAC products could have landed in this video and I didn't want this to be just a MAC video, so I allowed myself one more MAC product to talk about, and this is the one that I feel very strongly about because I feel like this is extremely underrated and it's just so good. So this is the MAC cream color base. This one in particular is in Pearl. They do have a couple different shades and I feel like this is the original cream highlighter. Before cream highlighter was even like a really big thing, I used to wear one of these all the time and it just gives such a gorgeous glow to the cheeks. I'm not wearing any highlighter on my cheeks right now, so let's pop some on so you guys can see. What I really love about the cream color bases is that they are really intense. You get such a gorgeous reflective glow that still looks very natural. The cream is very thin and it's also not like a very wet and slippery formula. It actually leans more on like the drier side for a cream, which I like because it just lasts really nicely. It stays in place. It gives you a very skincare-like glow that's just one notch more intense. Speaking of highlighter, this Essence Pure Nude Highlighter was really all the rage a couple years ago. First of all, it's a drugstore brand. It's from Essence. It's very affordable. And this looks as good, if not better, than most other high-end highlighters. I'm already wearing the MAC cream, but I'm gonna layer some on top just so you guys can still see. Very similar to the MAC highlighter. This is gonna give you the perfect glossy skin effect, but it's in a powder form. It's not easy to find a powder that's gonna give you that really gorgeous, creamy, highlighted, glossy effect without any shimmer, without any metallic sheen. That's just pure glossy glow in a powder form from the drugstore. It just checks all of the boxes. I have another highlighter from the drugstore that has also been around for a very long time. I think everybody knows what this is. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. This has been around forever. It's probably one of the very first liquid highlighters from the drugstore that I've tried, and it still is one of my favorites. Despite there being many other highlighters that have been released since, I still go back to this one. I still love this one. It of course comes in a couple different shades. I really like the shade 902 Light Glow. Very similar to the other two highlighters that I just spoke about. This also has no shimmer, no metallic sheen. It's just pure glossy glow. The formula for the Glotion just still really holds up. It's a very lightweight gel-like consistency. And depending on the shade and how you like to use your liquid highlighters, you can also use this all over the face if you want an all over glow. And because it's such a thin formula, it's not going to make your face look like a Tin Man. Like it's going to give you an all over glow and it's really just going to melt into the skin. Whereas a lot of liquid highlighters, you can't really do that with. And so you do get some nice versatility with this product. I actually really like the more bronzy shade in this line, and I kind of use it like how I would use the Drunk Elephant bronzy drops. I'll sometimes put a couple drops in my foundation and it will just add a little bit of that bronzy glow to my foundation, which is really beautiful. I actually didn't realize that I was going to speak about so many highlighters, but those are 3 highlighters that are still really awesome. There's one mascara that I've had in my collection for years that I always go back to no matter what. Even if I find a new mascara that I'm loving and that I'm obsessed with, I will still incorporate this mascara into my weekly routine because it's just so good and it never fails me and it always works so well, and it is the Benefit Roller Lash. It really does everything for me. It lengthens, it curls, it separates, and most importantly, it lasts. It does not give me raccoon eyes. It doesn't smudge everywhere. The wand is the perfect size where it also doesn't go everywhere when I apply it. I feel like I'm notorious for getting mascara all over my eyelids whenever I apply it, and because it's like the perfect size, I find that that doesn't really happen with this, and I even use this on my lower lashes and I don't get it everywhere. For example, the Tower 28 Make Waves is a newer mascara that I have been obsessed with. It's like the only mascara that I've been really wearing lately, but the Benefit Roller Lash still sits right on the top of my vanity because sometimes I do like to pull it out, and it's one of my go-tos also for my lower lashes when I want a lower lash mascara because I know that I don't have to worry about it. All in all, it's an oldie but a goodie, and I just know I can depend on it. Another Benefit product that I feel like really does not get very much love, but it's probably one of the best brow gels that I've tried is the 24-hour brow setter. Even within the Benefit brow lineup, I just feel like this isn't as highlighted as much as like the Gimme Brow, which is one of their more popular brow gel products. This is incredible though if you just want a clear brow gel that will give you a very defined brow look, like very much in the realm of like the lamination brow look. Even before lamination brows were a thing, this existed and it gave the most perfect hold and definition to the brows. Typically for most brow gels, I feel like the wands are a little bit fluffier or even long and skinny. This one is like flat and has like little spikes, and those little tiny spikes do such a good job of just like separating every single one of your brow hairs and just making them look so defined. And this has great hold without any crunchiness. All around fantastic brow gel, and it's one that I feel like beats most. And now I gotta put this back in my vanity because I've been using the Milk Lamination Brow Gel and I've been really, really liking that one. But now that I'm thinking about it, like this beats that one. It really does. Let's talk blush. These are the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes. Now I feel like Clinique color products often get overlooked. The Cheek Pop blushes have been around for a while, and this formula is by far one of my favorite powder blush formulas that I have in my collection. Even now, I am a cream blush lover. Like that's what I wear 90% of the time, but I still go back to the Cheek Pop blushes because they give me such a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous effect to the cheeks. So this one in particular is a Cheek Pop Pearl. They do have a couple different finishes in Coral Pop. So this one does have a little bit more of like an intense highlighted sheen. There is zero powder kickback, but they are still very, very, very vibrant. Powders that don't have any kickback at all would typically lend to like a more subdued application. But even though this has zero powderiness and zero kickback, there is still so much vibrant color that comes off of this. And so when it applies so smoothly and gives you that really nice pop of color while still looking really smooth and natural looking. It really gives you like the best of both worlds. So for example, when I go like this, no powder kicks back. Look at that bright color on my finger. And then when I go in to apply it, it just like melts into the skin, kind of like how a cream would. I'm already wearing a little bit of blush today, but can always add a little bit more. It's just such an easy fuss-free formula. Urban Decay liners, whether they're the lip liners or the eyeliners, they are both awesome. When it comes to eyeliner specifically, I feel like once you find that perfect formula that just works for you from A to Z, you can stop looking. Like you don't need to continue to try different eyeliners to try and find something better, because once you find something that really just works, you're good. You're golden. That doesn't really work for me because trying makeup is part of my job. But if I had to choose just one eyeliner, I would choose the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. They are creamy, long wearing, they are pigmented, they come in pretty much any color you could possibly want, and that's basically all you need when it comes to an eyeliner. Let me give you a little example. This is the shade Torch. It's a beautiful kind of like rusty orangey red. Look at how that just glides on my skin, look at that pigment. Once it sets down, if I were to just go in and just start rubbing it, it ain't going anywhere. Sometimes you just need to remember that you don't need to reinvent the wheel, especially when it comes to something like an eyeliner. And the perfect eyeliner already exists, and it's this. Same thing with the lip liners. I kind of forgot how good the lip liners actually are. They're very similar formula to the eyeliners. They have the same type of like creaminess, pigmentation, and they're also very long wearing. Kind of exactly what you would want and all that you would want in a lip liner. This shade is so nice. It's called Liar. You know what? I'm actually gonna take my lip gloss off because I have another lip product that I'm gonna show you guys, and I'll put this on now. When you don't have a Kleenex next to you, just use a Sephora receipt. Look at how this just glides on. And like I said, they're super long wearing. They're called the 24/7 liners for a reason. Like, they really do lock down. They're super creamy without being slippery. They have a little bit of like a waxier feel, which really helps with that longevity factor. I'm gonna look a little bit crazy for half a second, but let's talk about the next lip product. When's the last time you heard somebody talk about the NYX Butter Gloss? This is another product that was all the rage back in the day. I remember buying a whole set of these off of eBay for maybe like 6 times the original price because I was so desperate to get my hands on these. And at the time, they were not available in Canada. People were obsessed with these mainly because they were so buttery and not sticky at all. So very much the opposite of the MAC lip glosses. Creme Brulee was like my favorite. I believe that was like the pinkier nude color. Praline, which is this color, was another one of my favorites. And guys, like, these are still so good. Like, you need to pull out your NYX Butter Glosses right now and put them on because they are just good on every level. Let's pop on Praline just so I can show you guys how gorge. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Like, look at that shine. Look at that color. The feel is so good. They're so, like, buttery smooth. Zero tackiness. Why don't I wear this every single day? I don't know. This formula and the way that it feels and the way that it looks reminds me a lot of some of the lip oils that are very popular right now, like the Merit lip oils. This is like a very, very similar feel, very similar formula. The last product that I want to talk about today is a powder. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I had a huge love affair with this product when it first released. It was like the equivalent of my love affair that I'm having at the moment with Kosas Cloud Set. This powder gives a beautiful, softly blurred effect to the skin, very much a dry skin friendly powder as well. That's why I loved it so much. I remember just being so obsessed with this because it didn't make my skin look dry, cakey, or heavy, but it still gave me that very like blurred effect. If I'm remembering correctly, I actually think this was the powder that completely transitioned me into enjoying powder because prior to using this, I avoided powder like the plague. Like, I didn't want it to touch my face at all. And I believe this was the first powder that I tried that I was so shocked in that it didn't make my skin look dry and cakey, and it instead set my makeup, but it also gave me this beautiful smoothed blurred finish. So it just did everything that I wanted it to do, and it really just changed my mind when it came to powder, which is huge. That is it, guys. Those are all the products that I have to talk about today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Again, don't forget to let me know all of your thoughts and everything that I spoke about in the comments. And if you have any older products that you wanted to highlight, let me know in the comments. I think it'd be really fun to see what you guys have to say. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.